nothing has been effective because the structures, like I'm going to tell you, have been failing. That's one of the things I'm going to deal with in tonight's debate. Janet is going to tell you more about how there's a dire need and how these problems are actually existing, even with the existence of the structures that opposition might want to tell you, right? Having this in mind, I'm going to bring you a number of things. Firstly, I'm going to tell you about the parameters of tonight's debate, which we're going to be discussing conservative societies, because we think this is a problem that reaches more to the heart of conservative societies, which reaches more to the heart of tonight's debate. Having that in mind, our work is going to go, we're going to go with radical feminism. We think this is an extreme measure that we're going to be taking from side proposition. What does radical feminism entail? Radical feminism entails what a man can do, a woman can actually do, or even do better. We think that from that point, we think that is a sort of radical feminism that we're going to try. I'm going to give you justifications for that particular reason. Having that in mind, I'm going to bring a number of things. Why we really need justification for this feminism and why it is necessary, and even now if we can do it, and then tell you about the ineffectiveness of the other mechanisms. Having that in mind, let's go, right? So, understand, we think that the reason why I'm justifying that we really need to hold an extreme measure is because the others have been ineffective. There are two principal justifications for this. Number one, the structures that opposition is going to defend in tonight's debate have completely failed to empower women. We are going to give you examples of conservative societies. Let's look at the example of Uganda, right? We look at the example where the 1.5 for the girls of education actually happens. But very many girls of this age, we still have sexual harassment happening in schools. Even when girls have been empowered to actually have extra marks, even when girls have actually been empowered, there's still sexual harassment. At work, we think women have actually good education, but they really have to first split their thighs open because the structures in the offices or the men want to have sex with these people. We think there are policies that opposition will try to tell you, like which you actually consider, like those things of like trying to fire these people that actually do sexual harassment or even take them to prison. They have been ineffective. Why? They have been existed in the office culture for so many years. But what is the problem that we see today? What we see today is that actually these things are still there to protect women, but they don't work. If they really were working, why are sexual harassment offices in cases of sexual harassment in the world today on a global scale increasing from 37% to 46%? This is a report by the World Health Organization. You should understand that is why we think particularly from that they are not working. If they were working, we think sexual harassment wouldn't be working. But then, sex for marks has been increasing in Uganda, especially in Mu. So the justification is why the structures have actually failed to protect women. We are here to protect women. We need to do something about women, our mothers, our sisters. Radical feminism must stand. Thank you.
Thank you so much. First and foremost, I want to ask you what is the problem in the resolution that has been given? Can you help me identify
a very big disparity in gender?
Thank you so much.
So many people.
Thank you so much. Does gender inequality only affect women?
But this is the main issue of tonight's debate. It is the theme of this tournament. Which tonight's debate is the main idea. This is feminist movements. Look, how you measure feminists are main so much. So why is it
going to affect your cases? How are you going to affect your case?
Like I said, this motion is mainly about justification.
If you really so much, you agree with that.
Let us really have some discourse, sir. If your stuff is really going to work, you have to show us how they're effective. I'm showing you why your structures are highly effective.
So do you agree with Article 21 of the National Constitution?
The Constitution does not apply to the whole world. Feminism is a very big issue.
What are you talking about? First of all, you've not given us a
conservative societies. Afghanistan, Uganda, and so many others. Uganda can just be the only example.
Which systems are failing and oppressing women, and how special are they?
All structures are affecting women because the laws do not protect the women. They're highly ineffective, but the men just go away with the way they want, walking their tails high, after oppressing women, after committing after raping them. Highly relevant. Thank you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now, the team that takes this resolution is the team that first of all recognizes the problem with the resolution. Now, this house, in a world characterized of gender inequality, this house would adopt an extreme feminist approach. Number one, the first affirmative doesn't define the key terms in the resolution, but we shall do that. Number one, inequality is about there's something not being equal. And that doesn't only specify that either women are hard or men are hard. It only means that it could even mean that in some cases, men are oppressed also. In some cases, boys are oppressed also. In some cases, ladies are oppressed also. And in some cases, females are oppressed also. Now, to bring out equality where everybody, everywhere, at any point, at any level, is at an equal rate. They are in cohesion. This house, should this house adopt a feminist approach, ladies and gentlemen. Now, coming to a team affirmative, ladies and gentlemen. Why they did not define feminism also? feminist approach, and this is an approach that advocates for women's rights on grounds of equality of sexes, ladies and gentlemen. Then they come and say that feminism has been in place. Yes, it has been in place, ladies and gentlemen. They give an example of Uganda, or I'll give an example, ladies and gentlemen. Number one, Article 21 of the Constitution of Uganda, ladies and gentlemen, states that all persons are equal before and under the law, ladies and gentlemen, before the society, to do any economic activity, to do anything economic, politically, socially, and economically, ladies and gentlemen. So it means that things have been there, ladies and gentlemen, which they concede to, and they advocate for extreme feminism, ladies and gentlemen. How special is the feminism, ladies and gentlemen? They don't put that in place. If they say that it has already failed, and then they say that they're going to bring in radical feminism, ladies and gentlemen, radical feminism, which also has been failing, because they said that this is something that says what a man can do, a woman can do even better. We've looked at our own constitution of Uganda that advocates, that already has given them that right, where there is nobody that has been being bad from protesting for any political cause, ladies and gentlemen. We've had our Prime Minister being a lady. We have our Deputy Speaker of Parliament being a lady. But then, the majority are not contesting into that, ladies and gentlemen. Is it because of the law? Is it because of the law that is failing? Now that's the problem in this resolution. What is failing, or what is bringing about inequality in society, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're supposed to talk about. Now, what is our case as still negative, ladies and gentlemen? Number one, we're looking at gender inequality not only affecting males, and therefore we're saying that not feminism that will work on that, ladies and gentlemen, because feminism only affects females. But ladies and gentlemen, we're saying that let's amend these laws and put things at an equal rate. Let's say what a man can do, a woman can do even better. If I can say that such a statement, why would I give 1.5 extra weights to a girl? If we can do better, if we can do equal things. If I say that, ladies and gentlemen, why should I consider less weights for campus taking, for university taking, for a girl, and then I consider more for a boy? Don't you see that even boys are being oppressed in promoting equality? And that means that you'll be creating more imbalance, ladies and gentlemen. Is that what we want to achieve in this case? What do we want to achieve? Equality. You're fighting equality with inequality? You're fighting inequality with inequality? It doesn't come, ladies and gentlemen. Now, view number 2, ladies and gentlemen, we're saying that gender inequality at some point is because of the mindset, ladies and gentlemen. Like I told you, who has been bad from protesting for any political cause? Who has been bad from protesting for presidency? But women themselves are saying that no, not a woman can protest for presidency. Men are supposed to move. It's about the patriarchal ideology, ladies and gentlemen. Should that be governed by law, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, the law is already there and it's not being enforced, ladies and gentlemen. It's not being followed, ladies and gentlemen. Not being followed, not because of the people above, but by the very people that are supposed to follow the law, whom it is supposed to help, ladies and gentlemen. Number 2, we're looking at the capability to do things, ladies and gentlemen. We're advocating for role distribution. That we want to agree that there are some things male do best, and there are some things that female do best. Let's do role distribution, ladies and gentlemen, and by that we can achieve gender equality, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to raise my case. With that, I'm ready for cross-examination. Being oppressed also with not giving them 1.5 weights extra and being taken at extra weights.
Okay. In a world characterized with gender inequality, this House would adopt an extreme feminist approach. Now, the main question in the resolution tonight is equality for both boys and girls, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Nelson Mandela says, an educated woman means educated family, means educated means empower the woman to empower the next generation. What does that mean? A woman is a mother who raises the daughter, who raises the son. So when the woman is educated, that means you are creating a platform that is going to be equal, that is going to provide equal opportunities for both boys and girls. The same person still tells us, if you narrow of my reproductive choices, am I able to stop yours? So what is happening right now? Ladies' choices, reproductive choices are being narrowed. Who is narrowing the choices? These are the men. So this is the time we come for inequality. Why do we want inequality? So if you tell us that yes, we want inequality, but then if we uplift the inequality of men, and then the one of women that is wrong will uplift it as well, are we going to get to the same point? That is automatically impossible. That's why we come and focus on females. We do not at any point mention in our speeches that we're not going to cater for males. That's why we tell you that educated woman means an educated family, means an educated nation. A generation for tomorrow is generated by a woman who is educated. At the end of the day, if there is inequalities between these two, a woman is not safe. That's why we do not come at any point and say we are neglecting the boy child. We are not neglecting the boy child. Remember that gender equality is not a woman issue, it is a human issue because it affects all of us. That's what we consider. So how do we tackle this? First and foremost, who is the most affected victim? We tell you it's a woman. How is this possible? Ladies and gentlemen, for far too long, ladies have been sidelined, ladies have been discriminated. According to statistics, ladies and gentlemen, according to CNN, an estimated 239,000 girls in India of age 5 die in India every year due to neglect linked to gender discrimination. A new study found this is what ladies are going through. And you tell us the number of boys who are dying because of the same situation. That is not existing in India. In Afghanistan, the income of an average woman is less than 16% than that of an average man, according to World Bank. All these people are average, but the income differs. That's why we tell you that women are facing a lot of problems. We do not neglect the boy child, we do not neglect the men, but we tell you that an educated woman is an educated woman means an educated family, which is going to create a better next generation. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we come here and ask a question. We ask questions of rating how gender inequality has affected the following: male and female. Yes, for males they are being affected, but at what rate? That's why we tell you that this is a point to note. We do not sideline the boy child. That's why we tell you that when you educate a woman, you're educating a generation. For in this case, we do not say at any point that we're sidelining the boy child, but for tonight's debate, we might be focused on empowerment of ladies. When we empower ladies, we are empowering the generation of tomorrow. Who is going to be this generation? A boy, a girl. That is that. So that means the point of equality here is going to work. For we come and tell you that radical feminism is needed. The extreme feminist approach is needed. That is radical feminism. Yes, we tell you that feminism has been in place. Which feminism has been in place? This is a feminism of mercy, whereby we do not say anything. We say ladies should be empowered and we stop at that. But this is the point we need to realize that what a man can do, a lady can do. They tell us if that is the case, then why do women, for instance, why do girls have 1.5 extra contact at A level to join university? Now here's the secret trick. When someone is being tortured, you need to empower this person, you need to encourage them. So how do we encourage them? This by giving them the 1.5 extra. This is going to encourage them, get to university, and when they get to university, the generation is better, tomorrow is better, we are going to have light tomorrow, rather than the darkness we are having today. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, radical feminism is the best approach, because we believe what men can do, women can do, and that is a fact. Because we have seen ladies in offices, we have seen ladies governing nations, we have seen ladies heading nations, for instance in Tanzania. But we come and tell you that today particularly we are looking at conservative societies like Afghanistan, societies like
India. Thank you so much for the speech. You said that by giving the 1.5 extra, you're encouraging?
Of course, yes.
And then you said that what a man can do, a woman can do even better. Why does the husband also give me the 1.5?
Yes, that's why I tell you that because women are being sidelined, are being marginalized. That's why we need to empower them, uplift them.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Are you neglecting the boy child?
I said we do not neglect because
thank you so much. Relax. Thank you so much. What is feminism?
Feminism. So today feminism is about empowerment of women.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So you will empower women and you will empower boys. I have got my
answer. You want an answer? So if we empower women, remember they understand, we say that in empowering women, we are creating a better generation tomorrow. Because the ladies boy and a girl.
How are you getting for males?
What?
How are you catering for males?
Who is a man?
It's me asking, how are you catering for the
in
males?
In the sense that we support the ladies to get educated, they are going to rise better today.
Did you say that we've seen women in big offices?
We have in conservative society.
Thank you so much. In short, you want to say that to those special ladies, they are followed the law.
The what?
Those special ladies are followed the law and are going within what feminism has been going, right?
Follow the law.
Thank you so much. Let me get you a simpler question, gentlemen. Let me get you a simpler question. In bringing about equality, should boys be left behind?
My Lord, I say when you educate a woman, you're entering the generation because a woman can never sideline her children. That is a fact. As according to Nelson Mandela, he's a wise man from Africa. So if Africa would believe inside of course, then that is a true fact.
So by that fact, have we had boys also suffer the inequality?
That's why I say, remember, we have noted this from the start. That when you educate a woman, you are educating a better generation. When you don't sideline a woman is not going to sideline.
Are girls prohibited from going to school? school?
The what?
Are girls prohibited from going to school?
The
boys get extra studies?
In conservative
the boys
society.
get extra studies?
In conservative
in
society.
Uganda, okay, in particular.
Then
the boys get extra studies?
You automatically debate.
The boys get extra studies? Say yes or no?
I said you are particularly debating outside our parameters.
Ladies and gentlemen in the house today, table of the judges, affirmatives, negatives. One man on TikTok just said, I wonder. Ladies and gentlemen in the house today, we have been given a bunch of that. But let me prove you wrong. Let me just educate you. Sit down and relax. Ladies and gentlemen, today you say what the man can do, the woman can do. So I'm asking myself, can you tell me? Is there any woman who's denied school? You can't tell me. Now tell me, some of you say over 100 years. Women are being lifted. Now I'm asking, over those over 100 years, what has been happening with the boys' child? Can you tell me? Okay, your extreme approach. What is something different that is going to bring? That's why we are telling you, why can't we lift these people at the same rate? Ladies and gentlemen, you have to accept that in society there are two people you cannot refuse. They are always boys and males. But can you tell me, you are the feminists. You are telling us you are a feminist. You have been using things that have not been working. Can you tell me, what new thing are you bringing to the table? Over 100 years, imagine, 100 years. Can you give me an example of something that you are going to do? In a period, can you give me a period of time that you are going to use this thing? How much finance are you going to put in this thing? What are you going to put inside this thing? How are you going to advertise this thing to make us believe that you are going to use this thing? And right now it's going to work, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I know you are seated on the seat of the affirmatives, right? You are the government. Can you tell me? You're saying they are failed. Can you tell me one thing? Are you telling us for sure in those countries that you're talking? By the way, I made a statement. I don't know if my judge has quoted him very well. He said, in India, ladies are dying, but now how do you come here telling us about men? That means you are the government, but you're telling us, you know what? Let's focus on these ladies. But the men who are dying, you're not telling us anything. Okay? Because you said in your statement, in India, ladies are dying, right? If I quoted you very well. Then you say, how do you come here telling us about boys? That means you are telling us, you know what? No, let boys be, but now we are focusing on ladies. But I'm asking you a question. The one who said it, I'm sorry to say, but my speaker, you are gently dressed in a male. Now, are you telling us that tomorrow you will be fathering people who are going to die? Can you give me a statement that is going to prove me wrong that we should not consider these people? That's why we are telling you, mindset. Every society is based on the mindset of someone. If you target yourself to be, let me be at this level. You must reach that goal because you are focused on that goal. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to accept that once the mindset of someone is changing, the whole society is changing. You talked about Nelson Mandela being the wisest man, and you say educating a woman is like educating generations. Now I'm asking my question. I'm asking you a question. Can you tell me what is going to happen when you don't educate the boy? What is going to happen? Yes, you are telling us, yeah, educating a woman, you are educating generation. But I'm asking you a question. In a family, is it made only by a man or a man and a woman? Tell me. You are telling us these people are raising people. Now, can you tell me who raised Nelson Mandela? Was the mother or it's a combined effort? That's why I'm telling you. You people are not using a combined effort. That's why we are telling you. How can we combine ourselves together, devote men and women of integrity in the society? Ladies and gentlemen, when we are two, that's why they say 2 heads are better than one. Ladies and gentlemen in the house today, I continue to tell you, capability. Right now in the whole world, you are saying women should be empowered, but do you know their capabilities? Have you targeted their capabilities? Why don't you first see the capability of someone and give someone a loan? Why do you want to get a capability that he or she doesn't manage to put him in that role? Ladies and gentlemen in the house, I will conclude by saying, when you close your eyes to facts, you always learn from mistakes. And we rest our case.
No.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Wait. Okay, good afternoon. 1 plus 1.
Please, so purposes of
Okay, good afternoon. 1 plus 1.
equals 2, that's why there is a man.
Listen. You don't answer my questions. Just answer. 1 plus 1 equals 2 plus 1
equals 3.
Are those two numbers equal?
That's why there are ladies and men in the world.
Thank you very much. You don't understand. Fine. Girls are more than boys in the world, right?
Okay.
And how many girls are employed and how many boys are employed?
Do you know that some men are employed to employ women?
And so since both girls have access to school and they to school,
can you tell me?
I'm the one asking the question, so please.
Do men, like, do you believe that some men are employed to employ
I'm the
women?
one asking the question, please control yourself. Okay, so since both girls and boys have access to school, why is it that there are less women in power than the men?
So why are you giving them extra points yet they study together? That means your government is weak.
But why are there less women in power than the men?
But why are they giving them more extra
Okay, the
points?
most important question of this debate. Stereotypes are in office and are against the law and they are punishable. Why do men still continue doing stereotypes?
Why is the government always
Let's
us?
complete the question.
You are the government. You have loopholes.
Let's be mature people here.
You are the government.
Let us be mature people.
Okay.
And answer the question. I'm not even done. Stereotypes are in office and they are punishable against the law. Why do men continue to do them and they are not punished?
So, who is the government here? You are the government. We have a loophole in your government. That means change the structures. Go with all.
So do you see that calls for women to do an extreme measure?
That's why I'm telling you.
I'm telling you to come to our seat. We are mature people.
Come to our seat.
Yes, I'm coming. But
okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So see, thank you. Yes, so see. So do you think women need to do an extra measure so that the government can
I believe that men can help women to become the better men.
Have they helped them?
But then
have they?
That's why we are saying, can we negotiate street?
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can come.
I'm coming, that's it.
Well, I think it's for very time.
Okay, so I'll be starting in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll go with some bits of comparative analysis of today's debate, the questions that were asked, and then the clash points of today's debate. Number 1. So we as Corporation Company tell you that the affirmative actions that these guys are actually talking about have not been effective enough. By the time we're talking about extremism, by the time we're actually looking at such an approach, it seems nothing that has been done has actually worked. But that's why we're actually doing something extreme, right? Number 1. And then another thing, you come and actually, I asked you a question that rate how gender inequality has actually affected the men and women, of which you said you don't want to rate. Ladies and gentlemen, this will actually take me to the point of equality and equity, right? Ladies and gentlemen, there is actually a big difference here, right? We are considering women who have been marginalized since back then up to now, and they're still marginalized, and they're actually trying to compare the woman that has been marginalized 6 days back with a man that has actually been favored 6 days back. So look at the balance, and this is why we are bringing that degree of urgency. We are looking at the rate at how women have actually been marginalized and why we are actually approaching this extremism in the first place, right? Then we come and I have another question of, I asked them, because they actually brought the law, which they say, yes, all persons are equal. Yes, all persons are equal. But why do you bring this law now, that women have actually been trying to, that we are actually trying to give women these voices? Why are you bringing this law now? And yet you did not bring this law back when women were actually being affected, when women were actually being marginalized. Why are you bringing such a law now? Which kind of equality are you trying to bring in the first place, right? Now moving forward to the questions that they asked, what is the problem? Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that we are approaching extremism shows that there is actually a very big problem. We showed you our parameters to be conservative societies, which these guys do not follow. In conservative societies, ladies and gentlemen, let me take you to Afghan. Let's have a flight there. Ladies and gentlemen, the current territory of Taliban literally said women cannot go out without a fellow man who is a relative, because the Taliban guys have not been trained to respect a woman. This is the kind of gender equality we are facing in the 21st century in 2022, and you're telling me that, oh well, men are actually going to be oppressed in the first place. Ladies and gentlemen, we move forward to the other question where they ask which systems have failed women and are actually women capable in the first place. Are women capable? They are telling us well, we are actually looking at women being empowered. Ladies and gentlemen, women are very capable. In the first place, having women raised to such cases such as the vice president and the likes, despite the stereotypes that have been existing, shows how a woman is capable and actually able to pass through such issues to actually rise up in the first place, right? But nevertheless, they come and tell us that women haven't been banned, that women are actually taking part in these areas and the likes. But ladies and gentlemen, there is what they call the social stereotypes. These stereotypes are existing. How do you expect a woman to come out when you know that if she comes out, a man is going to actually drag her down? A woman trying to actually stand for the presidential candidature. But what happened? The people actually just didn't care about her. Why? Because she was a woman. Nevertheless, the clash points of today's debate was, why can't men have the 1.5? This will take me back to the point number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I have clearly stated to you, women and girls have been marginalized ever since. But you guys are trying to compare a woman and a girl that have been marginalized ever since with a boy and a man that has been favored ever since. So look at this balance here, right? You guys can't come and say that your alternatives are going to be the equal distribution. It is actually unfair. When you have 6 oranges and I have 3 oranges, if they add me 3 oranges and they add you 6 oranges, are we going to be equal? No, we're not going to be equal. Simple. So with that, I'll like to raise my case.
All of your 10 minutes.
Plus, I'm informed that is not the law. It is about changing the mindset. It is about empowering these women to realize their full potential and their full abilities to know what they really want and what they can achieve. And the other thing, you're trying to oppress the boys all in the name of impressing the girls, which at the end of the day creates gender inequality. What are we trying to say? We are trying to say we need an equal society where the girl is equal to the boy, but you're not giving us attention. You're much emphasizing, you've looked at girls so much, you've given them so much attention and you've neglected the boy, which puts the boy child at risk. Then the other thing, you're saying why are men still doing the stereotypes and not punished? First of all, there is a law. And of course, when the law is in place, what do you expect to report? The police stations are around, the people in charge of families and girls are around. Actually, in this country, we have so many officers that do care about girls than men, than boys. You know, and you're not looking at that. You're just ignoring the whole point of boys, which at the end of the day does not create inequality. And I want to still remind you that we are here for equality. We want an equal generation. We want an equal society. Then the other issue was about the rate, just the rate between who is affected and most. Of course, when you, the government, come here and try to convince us and try to tell us that you're trying to raise the lady, that means the boys are being oppressed the most. We've seen cases where boys are grabbing people's bags on the street and you're not giving that attention. You're only giving attention to girls who are down there deep in the villages and not being educated yet. It's not in the law. Then the other thing, we are trying to promote equality. How? We are going to go to these villages, talk to these ladies, and try to change the mindset, trying to tackle the things that the ladies have not realized, trying to show them that these are their rights and they can achieve them. We are saying that we need to lift both the boys and the girls. And for you, here, you've come here telling us 1.5 points. How is that promoting equality? That is our question. You're not addressing that. When you add 1.5 points to the girls who are going to university, that means you're not encouraging them. You're just leaving behind a boy child. And of course, this puts the boy child at a disadvantage. Because at the end of the day, I'll give you an example. If the boy needs 48.9, if the boy needs 48.9 to qualify for campus, he will not get it because he does not have the 1.8. But the girl will get it, which puts the boy child at a disadvantage. Dear judges, I do respect our case. Thank you.